So how was Cabinet this morning?
It was good. It was obviously with reshuffle coming up, everybody's desperate to impress. Claire went round the room on a unicycle, juggling burning kittens, but she didn't really. But what she did do was pretty embarrassing.
Okay.
And in terms of shuffly stuff, Carol ended up in Neil's seat. What do you think that means?
Well, I think that means that Carol wants to be near the biscuits, just in case her blood sugar level drops. That woman, she's unbelievable. You know, I have seen her go into second reading debates with Pringles. Her star is somewhat on the wane. I think she's gone a bit downward, actually. Constitutional affairs.
Ooh, that's going to hurt. Constitutional affairs. That's the ginger spice of
the what, Hugh?
Of the
what?
Of the
ginger spice.
Whole
ginger spice. What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! What fucking century are you living in?
There was a fantastic feature about Ginger in the Heat magazine.
Hugh.
Apparently she shaves downstairs and she's working for UNICEF or some sort
Hugh,
of...
you are talking absolute fucking drivel.
I was at the Wolsey with Emma. We went for a drink.
Emma, that's still your opposition bit of skirt, is it?
Yeah, don't say bit of skirt here. It makes you sound like Sid James.
What is wrong with bit of skirt?
Well, it's just...
Sid James was always my favourite. It's much better than that. Nowadays, you get Graham Norton.
Yeah, well, anyway, Emma was saying
Yes.
that the opposition have a policy that they don't want. I think it's actually quite nice, so I thought we could maybe borrow it, you know, throw it at the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
It's called Interactive Choice Solutions. Basically, a series of online referenda, you know, choose your hospital through your mobile kind of thing. I mean, it's not fully fleshed out yet.
It's the sort of idea clever people would hate.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'll just casually drop it in. I'll send him an email, then he can't wrinkle his nose up at it.
Okay.
Unless he's got one of those face things.
Emoticons.
It looked like Fatty was the one who was on his way out, but now it could just slightly be me.
Well, look, Hugh, if you're worried about Fatty, we can always start, you know, gently briefing against him. I know it's late in the day, but and you know, obviously it's not the first thing that we want to be doing.
If Abbott says Fatty's a twat, does that make Fatty look like a twat? I think it makes me look like a twat for calling him a twat.
It doesn't
Someone
have
else
to be
would
you
have.
directly, does it? That's the point.
Robin?
It's like giving a child a firework.
Well, not Robin.
Actually, that's where your, you know, bit of skirt, or, sorry, whatever the modern, your hoe could actually be quite helpful. If you were just to leave some compromising bits of anti-fatty documents, you know, just lying by the loo, and
Well, like,
and then
like
just
I really,
forget.
just blatantly using Emma like that. I'm really not comfortable.
Can I
with that.
remind you, in the last 12 hours, you described her as being as mad as a jackdaw on crack, castratingly right-wing zealot, and also disappointingly below par in the blowjob department. So why the sudden outbreak of principle?
Morning. Oh, it would be very rude of me if I didn't introduce by name Julius Nicholson's press secretary, who is with us here today. OK, I want you to do more or less what we did yesterday. I want the same people to go to more or less the same places and say more or less the same things. Pete, talk to the comment pages for the Times. Mike, Steve, Cal, we'll talk about that bundle later. And the rest of you, I won't bore you any further. Any questions? Yeah, no, well, it didn't last as long as usual. Yes, well, oh, OK, what ideas did you come up with now? Tell me, is it devolution for Suffolk or the Ministry of Salad? I'll tell you what, it's like I've got nothing better to do than to deal with all that stuff. He is not getting anywhere near my fucking pantry, I'll tell you that. That door is staying as open as a fat whore's bone hole. OK, Tom, I'll talk to you later. Thanks. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Yourself?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you.
Catch you later.
See you later.
Julius! Julius! Can we work with you?
Sure,
You got a minute?
of course. What's the problem?
No, there's no problem at all. It's just, is that the thing that you were talking about?
Oh, yes, they put it in place.
I tried to, I can't get it open.
Mine will do it, but yours isn't authorised yet, so,
Well, can you get this authorised for me?
not an issue. I mean, all you've got to do is...
That and...
we're open.
There you go.
And we're in. Good day to you, sir. Good day to me.
Oh, wow.
Here we are.
Terrific. It's good. Quite a nice size, actually.
No, well, we'll see.
Good light.
It's not long before we can walk.
Oh, well. Yeah. Maybe see you later.
See you.
He's,
Are you still in the frame for question time?
I am, but I think they're going to go for Fatty to take advantage of the widescreen options. Are there any shuffly room?
Yeah. Rob thinks Jerry's got Foreign Office.
Think about this: moving offices, you know, from one place to another, completely different. It's just fucked as a system, isn't it? Because it wouldn't happen in any other job. If you were professor of medieval English in Oxford and you were sitting in your study and somebody came through the door and went, "Hey, guess what? You're now professor of zoology. We want you in the other quad." You know, that'd be mental. You'd be sitting in a room like a stuffed tit, just saying to people, how many O's in zoology? I don't really know. This isn't really my field. And all of that information that you built up over years and years and years about Chaucer or whatever is of absolutely no use to you anymore because Chaucer didn't really write about baboons.
Ollie, these are very undergraduate concerns. My point is you don't have to be an expert to make decisions.
Well, that's why you have advisors, you twat.
Yeah, but I am being serious, Glenn.
Yes, so am I. You are a twat.
I mean the point is a lot of knowledge is a dangerous thing.
Hello, Cullen.
It's a little knowledge is a dangerous thing.
Easy.
Well, exactly. So a lot of knowledge is incredibly
Thank you very much
dangerous.
for that. Terry, it's Glenn. Well, when you stop fannying about and get back here into the office, maybe you can criticise me. Poor fucker probably committed suicide.
That party was meant to make me look good.
Yeah? Well, you can't polish a turd, can you? Especially a turd that shits on his own men.
Well, that doesn't work, does it? Because a turd doesn't shit. Sorry. 1-0 to me.
You've been a naughty lot, haven't you? And you've been a naughty boy. Briefing against poor Fatty. Ah. You're very bad. You're very bad. You're very bad. You're all very, very bad men.
Are you just toying with me now?
No. I'm going to ask you to brief against Nicholson.
I really would rather not. I'm enough shit as it is. Thank
OK,
you
well,
very
let me put
much.
this another way.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to brief against Nicholson.
What if I refused?
Well, I will brief that you were briefing against Fatty. And you will be up to your tits and fucking cack, because ministers are not supposed to brief against ministers.
Well, you're saying that I'm a minister, and you're saying you're going to brief against me.
But I'm not a minister, am I? And neither will you be if I brief against you.
So unless I brief against Nicholson, you'll brief against me that I was briefing against Fatty.
By Jove, he's got it.
In brief.